Well, good afternoon or good morning, class. Here we are for our second check-in number 2. So I have a simple, kind of a fun, mindful thing for us to do, given that right now we are in our stay-at-home mode, doing our direct learning, and it's called 5 on My Mind. And I'm going to kind of demonstrate what it is, and then you guys, I have a form for you to fill out, and then you'll submit that form when you're done. And right now, before I go any further, just in case I forget at the end, to remind you, as I did in my video yesterday, to click submit when you are done down on the bottom of the sheet as you scroll down. Okay? So here we go. It's called 5 on My Mind. It's kind of a mindfulness, and you might kind of like it. And as I found out in my last practice video with my family here, that it can also become a group 5 on My Mind mindfulness thing. So anyhow, as they're chuckling right now. So here we go. First thing is you're going to list or say out loud 5 things that you see. And if you're in your room by yourself and you're doing this besides the worksheet that I'm asking you to do, you can do it out loud. It's okay to talk to yourself. Nobody's going to worry about you. At least I won't. Okay? So 5 things that you see. So I'm just going to kind of look around, 5 things that I see. And then I want to describe them just a little bit. So I look and I see 5 things I see. The first thing I see, I'm looking out the window and I see the blue sky. And that makes me feel warm. And then it makes me think about things like, why is the sky blue? We can talk about that later in our science section. Okay. I see a plant that I have sitting by the window that looks healthy but doesn't really look healthy. So it's green, but it's brown. I don't know. We'll take some screenshots and put them in later. So I see my plant. I'm looking out the window again, and I see snow. I see piles of snow, and that makes me feel cold. Let's see. The other thing I see myself walking on a beach with some people and a dog. Maybe makes me feel warm, and sand feels good between my toes. Hopefully you guys can see that behind me. All right. So that's 5 things that you see. 4 things that you hear. So I kind of made a list to help me. It's called a cheat sheet. So the one thing that I was just hearing a couple of minutes ago, oh my gosh, I touched my face. Get the Purell! We'll see if that comes. I heard a neighbor playing the trumpet outside. And I thought, well, that's really cool. So that's something I heard, and I thought it was really cool. And then, guess what Blaine brought me? Purell. I'm ready to go now. The other thing that I hear is outside right now, the trumpeter swans are flying over like crazy. And they literally sound like trumpets. They're so loud, and they're beautiful, and they're awesome, and I love that. So those are 2 things that I hear. And a third thing that I hear that I hope you don't hear is the TV going on in the background. Right now the news is on, and it's not really happy, so maybe that's why it's a good thing to do this. 5 things on my mind, little mindfulness piece. And let's see, that was 4 things I hear. 3 things that I feel. So one thing that I feel is I just had my hand on my lap on my shirt. My shirt just feels nice and really smooth and silky, and it just feels good. And the other reason it feels good is because it's my fishing shirt. So I'm ready to go out fishing. So that makes me feel good too. The other thing I feel, it isn't necessarily a touch thing right now. I feel a little stir crazy, so I need to go for a walk. So there's a couple examples. Then 2 things, listing 2 things that you smell. So what do you smell? I was outside a little bit earlier, just came in, and I can smell that the ground is defrosting, and it kind of smells musty and muddy outside a little bit, and that's just the smell of spring. So it's kind of a not a good smell, but it smells yucky, but it's spring, so then it smells good. The other thing that I smell is dinner. I made Mongolian beef last night, and I can still kind of smell it, and it smells good. So now I'm hungry for that again. What can I say? And then the last one is one. So we're down. We went 5, 4, 3, 2. Now number one. One is, what is one thing that you taste? And I'm just gonna say, hey, what are you used to me having on my desk? I still have the taste of Coke in my mouth from the last little drink I took. So there are the examples of 5 on my mind. So it's 5 things that you see, 5 things that you hear, or 4 things, sorry, strike that, reverse, start all over again. 4 things you hear, 3 things you feel, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing that you taste. So go ahead and just type in your answers to that form, little tiny description, and hit submit. All right, so your test today, 5 on my mind, hit submit, and that is your check-in. All right, thanks guys, good seeing ya, be safe. I guess it's going to rain tomorrow, so you might want to go outside real quick. I'm doing this on Tuesday. Sun's up. Tomorrow it's going to be raining. Probably want to stay in. All right, take care. Remember, I love you. You're BBA, and I know it's not Friday, but wear a helmet. All right, take care.